He might be one of the most famous gangsters of all time, but he is also a fascinating figure. In this video we compiled a list of 9 facts about Pablo Escobar you might not know. His ambitions for power and wealth followed him since his early years. In the beginning he was usually doing crimes like theft, trafficking marijuana, and stealing cars. When he was around 20 years old, he kidnapped an executive from his own city of Medellin. To let him free, he asked a ransom of $100,000, which converted to today's value, would be $600,000. All of this made Pablo millionaire by the time he was 22 years old. Pablo knew that there was only one way to the top, and he took the chance. When he was 26 years old, he tried to make a deal with Medellin Syndicate leader Pablo Restrepo, a deal that involved 14 kilos of cocaine. But because he was viewed merely as petty street criminal, the deal failed and Escobar killed Restrepo. After killing him, he informed his workers that now they are working for him, effectively taking charge and beginning his ascension to be the boss of the cartel. Escobar made a lot of friends on police force, mostly by paying them, so they would turn a blind eye to his illegal operations. But obviously, not everyone took the bribe, resulting on his famous saying, Plata o plomo, meaning take the bribe or be killed. This resulted on thousands of deaths, including the famous bombing of plane on Flight 203, which killed 107 innocent people. It is believed that Pablo Escobar is responsible for 4,000 to 5,000 deaths in total. Before Escobar hired pilots to work for him, he would fly personally to United States with small planes, smuggling cocaine hidden in tires. However, once his business became bigger, he started to employ professional pilots, who would transport tons of cocaine for him. There was cases where they would fly as much as 11 tons on one flight, and depending on how much cocaine pilot was able to smuggle across, he could make up to $500,000 per flight. He was incredibly rich, as and officially recognized as the 7th richest man in the world by Forbes magazine. Pablo's brother states that in the cartels, they would spend thousands of dollars per week to buy rubber bands, just to tie their stacks of cash. In his heights, he was supplying 80% of United States cocaine, and by the 90s he was officially worth $30 billion. Once he burned $2 million, in order to keep his family warm. In year 1982, Pablo was elected as member of the Chamber of Representatives, while he still was running his drug empire. As a member of Colombian Liberal Party, he was trying to gain influence in order to stop extradition deals between the United States and Colombian government. During his time, he was considered like modern-day Robin Hood. Escobar a lot of this money gave to the poor. By doing so he gained sympathy around the population of his city. In fact, there's a neighborhood in Medellin that still holds his name. Also, he was popular for his contributions to the city, which included sponsoring local football teams and building sports complexes, schools, and churches for the poor. Wars that raged between cartels during his time led Colombia to become the murder capital of the world in the early 90s. In fact, the country suffered over 27,000 violent deaths in 1992 alone, which equals to 74 murders a day. Yet in the end, because of his enormous influence and power, his punishment for all of these murders was a personally designed jail, which included a waterfall, a bar, jacuzzi and a personal football field. In 1992, a vigilante group calling themselves Los Pips emerged, burning down Escobar's compounds and killing family members. U.S. intelligence agencies began working with Colombian forces, and through radio triangulation technology they were able to locate Escobar in Medellin, which ultimately resulted in a shootout across rooftops in 1993, while Escobar was fatally shot. It is still disputed to this day whether the bullet came from the authorities, or whether he pulled the trigger himself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.